5 things that I've learned as a school-based SLP. Lego. As you all know, I have switched settings, so I am no longer in the home health clinic-based setting, and I have now moved to the school setting. I'm between 2 schools, 1 elementary school and 1 school that is not K-12 anymore. It's actually K-8. So they've just changed all that this year. Needless to say, it's my first year in the schools, and I figured that I'd come on here and tell you guys how it's going, and this is just one way that I'm able to do that. Now, please keep in mind that this is my experience where I am in my school system, okay? So take it at face value. Like, you know, it's just my experience on where I am. It might not be this way for everybody, and I don't want this to sway anybody's opinion, either whether you go or you don't go to the schools. Either way, I want you to just listen to my experience. So I'm split between 2 schools. So what does that exactly mean? I spend 2.5 days at one school, which is like a homeschool. One of them is deemed my homeschool. So I spend 2.5 days there, and I spend the other 2.5 days there, which of course makes up 5 days a week for the school week. So Mondays, I'm at one school. Tuesdays, I'm at one school all day. Wednesdays, I'll split. So I'll spend half my day at one school, half the day at the other. Thursday will be a whole day at one school, and then Friday will be the other whole day. So I have 2 whole days at each school, and I split 1 day for both of them. So it's really not that bad. I get a change of scenery and things like that. Here are some of the things that I have learned so far. Number 1, off gate. It is a lot. It's just a lot. Like, I'm not gonna say it's hard. You are never gonna hear me on this channel, let's just go ahead and say it. You're never gonna hear me say like, it's so hard, it's impossible, you can't do it, because you can do it. So I'm not, that goes for grad school, that goes for anything that you wanna do. You can do it. It might be hard, it might be difficult for a period of time, but you can do it. You can do anything for a little bit of time. It's a lot. It's a lot to learn, it's a lot to do. It's a lot coming at you. It's just like, it's a lot. I'm going from a kind of small private practice to a massive school district. So it is very different. That has its pros and its cons. I mean, there's pros and cons to everything in life. One thing I do like about it is that I have so many resources because it is a well-oiled machine, because I'm going into a system where they already have everything in place. So if you have to do this, you need to fill out this form, you need to do this, and then you'll get this. And even in that, it can be kind of frustrating because it's hard to navigate it. It's hard to navigate it and learn at the same time. But I mean, look at me, I'm doing it. Like, I'm killing it too. Okay, don't nobody know what you do. Don't nobody know what SLPs really do. That's not just the schools, that's the world. A lot of people still do not understand exactly what it is that we do. Outside of being the speech lady, the speech teacher, the lady who pulls the kids to give them therapy because they're not speaking right, people just don't know. They just don't know. And so that will bring about 2 things. Number 1, it increases your need to educate people around you about your scope of practice. One of my co-workers at one of the schools have already like deemed me the scope queen because I have said that line so many times in the first 30 days. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's not my scope of practice, but I can put you in contact with somebody who can help you with that. Yeah, not my scope, but I'll see what I can do. Because people don't truly understand the depth of everything that you do and everything that it entails outside of just therapy, you're going to have to educate people, and you're also going to have to make sure you create the boundary and make sure that you don't take on more than you're supposed to because it's not your scope, girl. For example, I had a teacher who was like, hey, she was like tracking me down at the carpool. Miss Brown, this student, her hearing aid is dead. Okay. Do you have batteries? No. Can you help her put them in? Again, no. Her hearing aids they need to be adjusted. I'll make sure I contact the audiologist for you. Okay? I don't know what you, I don't know. If you need a hearing screening, I can help you with a hearing screening at 3 frequencies. But I don't know what else. I don't know how to operate the hearing aids. I'm so sorry. But I can get you connected with somebody who does within their scope of practice. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and people don't know. People just really don't know, but you have to tell them, like, oh, that's not really, that's not my judge. Number 3, you can get unorganized very quickly. I haven't finalized my organization system quite yet because it's a lot that's just being thrown at me, and I'm just trying to like take it day by day. So I have something, but I'm not sure if that's going to be like my permanent way of organizing everything that I need to organize. But you can get unorganized very quickly because it's a lot to do. So you have to choose a system, and you have to make sure it's a good system and that it works. And your system might change 5 times, but you just have to make sure you have all your stuff in order. Number 4, documentation is a drag still. It's not going anywhere. It don't matter what setting you go into, documentation is going to suck. Okay? Number 5, you have 2 seconds to do speech therapy. You have 2 seconds. I swear, you have like 0 time. So I'm coming from having 45 to 60 minutes of one-on-one therapy for each client to a group of 5 for 30 minutes. Like, seriously. By the time you get your schedule in order, if it doesn't change 5 times, which mine has changed about 10 now, you're praying that, number 1, the child is even where the schedule says that they need to be. Then you have MAP testing, you have Kodak testing, you have this testing, you have that testing, you have sickness, you have absences, everything else that they try to get out of speech for, or even because nobody knows really what you do or how important your job actually is, you'll get some excuses such as, hey, can we do this another time? We need to go look through the book fair. With all that interfering with your therapy, you have to make sure that you're just doing the best practice you possibly can, which I'm still working on because I'm still technically a very new SLP. Just please don't think I'm an expert, because I'm not. Overall, I have to say I am enjoying it though. I really do like it. Maybe because it's still new and exciting, so maybe I'll check back in when things are not so great anymore. I don't know, but things are looking pretty good to me. Make sure you like this video if you like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more content such as this. Follow me on all social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, darling.